Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 12 of the Unwinding Podcast, the best fantasy football podcast that you have ever listened to. And today we're going to be...
Threw me off really bad. I was like, wait, what?
No, just go with it. I think
kidding.
we could totally give people a really good idea of what they should be picking for their next week.
We should maybe be like football, but not football.
Honestly, that would be a super fun podcast to make, but we won't go there. Today, we are actually a couple, as you're listening to this, we are a couple days away from moving. Yeah, it's moving week. So we will be even more back. If I turned the camera that direction, you would see an insane mess because that's just the way it gets when you're moving.
You don't want it.
Yeah. So today we are talking about Murfreesboro, the place that we're leaving, and all the things that we're leaving behind moving to Orlando. So My name is Chris.
And I'm Alex.
And this is the Unwinding Podcast.
All right, y'all, this is the Unwinding Podcast, the podcast where we talk about all the things that help us unwind in life. And let's just be real honest, this week is not going to be real unwindy.
It's a trend lately.
The theme lately is more wined than unwind, which I think I said last podcast. But I don't know. I think that's important, though, because everybody has these kind of like crazy things that happen in their life. And I hope that even though it is a little bit of a struggle for us to like at the end come up with how we're unwinding for the week, it helps you all kind of like, come to ways that you can unwind even when life is busy or crazy and things like that. So
yeah, we got a really nice text from my buddy Matt this week talking about being the podcast kind of makes him be intentional with how he's unwinding because it's, sometimes you just need a reminder.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure.
So even when things are busy, if you just have something that you put in your life, I don't know, like an hour-long podcast that we do.
Yeah.
To remind you to unwind.
Yeah, I hope this podcast feels like unwinding to some people. Like if you're enjoying listening and it's just a time to kind of get away from the craziness of the world and listen to something that you enjoy. Hopefully our banter doesn't make you wind. It makes you unwind.
I can't promise anything.
So, like Christopher said in the beginning here, man, we're taking a little bit of a break from our Battle of the Vacay. It's coming back. We're going to finish up Epcot and Hollywood Studios in the next two podcasts. But we wanted to take a second and pay homage. Is that the right term? To
pay something.
To Murfreesboro, which is a town outside of Nashville, Tennessee that we have both lived in. Now going on 12 years for you, I think, and a little over 9 years for me, about 9.5. We just celebrated our 9-year wedding anniversary, so it's always really easy for me to remember because I moved here 6 months prior to when we got married. So
that's crazy to think about.
9 years.
That is a third of my life.
You've been dealing with this for a third of your life.
How
does that make you feel?
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Do you truly believe that?
I do. I like to have fun at your expense.
I know. But you actually do like me.
Sure, fine.
Same. Oh my gosh. It makes me feel sad. So we're going to do a little bit of, we're going to do a little bit of just kind of talking about, we're moving to Orlando. We're about anywhere from 9 to 10, and 9 if you can drive just straight through, which I don't know many cars that can just drive 9 hours straight, but about 9 hours from here, which with stopping and everything, just about 10 hours from Murfreesboro down to Winter Garden, right outside of Orlando where we're moving. So we just kind of wanted to talk about what this whole thing looks like for us emotionally saying goodbye to Murfreesboro, physically saying goodbye to Murfreesboro, what we're going to miss, what we might not miss, and kind of what we're going to be doing this last week living here. We have just over a week left from when we're recording this.
Yeah, you may never come to Murfreesboro as a tourist destination, but if you're somewhere along 24 and you have to stop for an evening, we might give you some good places to eat.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, or if you need to just like stay, if you're in Nashville and you need a cheaper place to stay, you have a hotel out here, you're coming through this way, like you said, you need a cheaper place, Murfreesboro will hit you up and get some good places to eat here.
You never know what budding country music artist will be playing in Murfreesboro. Florida Georgia Line came through here.
Did they really?
Yeah, they used to actually play.
A long time ago, though.
Yes, but
they've been around a while.
You know that Clarion across the interstate?
Maybe
they've played at that
on Old Fort.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they just used to play at little bars here. Crazy.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You may
Fun
just
fact.
see the next star. Let's be honest; they're probably doing stuff on TikTok, not at the Clarion in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
That's the way it goes.
So before we get into that, how are you feeling? Almost a week out from the move right now. Less than a week out from when we pack up the house and leave.
I think better than I thought I was going to be.
That's good.
Yeah.
Makes fun of us.
I mean, it's a lot of like hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've kind of felt that. And it's the annoying part is like a lot of it is looming over, right? Like next week we have to go through and do the whole like pack the truck and make sure that all of the things, like I don't know, stage everything and get it ready. Like I did a nice little 3D model of our U-Haul this week. It was
helpful though.
And we measured all the big pieces of furniture in the house and I 3D modeled them and put them inside of a U-Haul. So we totally know which truck we should take now, which is awesome. But now we actually have to move all of the furniture, which is less fun than that math was.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll let you know our thoughts after we do it in terms of if we think that we should have gone a different route and not done the U-Haul pack yourself version. We'll see. But at this point, we are renting a 20-foot U-Haul, and it's around right under $1,000 for the trip down, and we're packing all of our stuff ourselves. And I think we might hire some movers when we get down to Florida to help because we have
stairs
upstairs
down. We'll have
at
a
our
2-story. So
yeah, we're thinking about maybe getting some help with the furniture to get upstairs so we don't hurt ourselves. But yeah, I mean, just to be completely honest, I feel awful kind of lately. It's very stressed and it's just so many moving parts, and I am a more easily anxious person than you. So
yeah, it's hard to sleep even for me. Like I'm a good
you're
sleeper.
Usually a good sleeper.
And the last week or so, it's been really, really tough.
Yeah, but it will be what it'll be. So yeah, we've got this last weekend here, and we pack up the moving truck Thursday and close on this house on Friday, and then we'll head down there over the weekend and close on Monday at our new house. So week left to be in Tennesseans.
Yep. So we're going to hopefully it may take us a little while to get it edited and put up on YouTube, but I think we're going to do a more vlog style video of some of these things as well. So if you are a visual person, we should have something up with some of these activities in it. Probably not all the food, because if we ate all of the food that I think we're going to talk about,
well, we've already kind of eaten some of it too.
We would be not able
like
to.
Like Sabaidee, we've already eaten there twice, so we're not going to eat there again probably.
But Luca's though.
But Luca's coming up, yeah. So yeah, we've got 2 vlogs actually that we need that we'll be hopefully getting out. We'll get them out. We'll get them out when we get them out. At this point, it's gonna be what it is. So where do you want to start? You want to start with kind of your favorites? What are you thinking?
I mean, the way that I laid it out for me was the things that I'm gonna miss.
Okay, let's start there. We can start things we're gonna miss living in Tennessee / Murfreesboro, the greater Nashville area.
Yeah. So the first off of it is friends and family.
Sure.
On my list,
right.
Which is
I feel like that's kind of like a duh.
Saying, but you don't I don't necessarily want to drop anybody's identity on the internet because I wouldn't want anybody to do that to me. But like, we have had some really good friendships being here for 10 years, as you would being in a community for that long.
For sure.
No, they're just some really super good times here. College is a really forming time for you as a person, and a lot of the really good friendships that I had the whole time we lived here started in college. Yeah. Right. So
for you, I didn't go to school here.
Yeah, sure.
So it's a little bit of a different experience for me. Not that I don't have really great friends, and we have built, friendships here, but I didn't go to school here. So it's a little bit less like, has that like emotional tag for me in that way.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yep.
Also, we don't have, I feel like when we say we're moving from friends and family, it sounds like all of our family is here. Our actual family, most of our family doesn't actually live here. He has a brother and his wife and daughter live here. They've lived here for the last 4 or 5 years.
Well, I mean, she grew up like,
she grew up here. I'm just saying like him.
Yeah. Yep.
But so that has not been, that's the only actual family that we have living here. And our parents and other siblings live in Illinois, where we both grew up. So we're just moving further from them. Instead of now we can drive to and from them for a weekend and make it a thing. It's still kind of exhausting to do it, but we are going to be moving about 14 hours from family. 14 to 15 hours. So it's going to be more of like a plane ride away kind of thing. Yeah, friends and family is kind of like the obvious one. What else you got?
My next one on the list is MJ's and My Other Job, which My Other Job is the name of our country band. Actually, we did 80s, 90s.
Country cover band.
Yeah, it's a cover band, 80s, 90s to now. Mm-hmm. And we played at a little place here in Murfreesboro called MJ's a lot. We did some other stuff, but mostly just doing that. And so I won't necessarily miss the like 9 or 10 to 2 a.m.
I was going to say, I do not miss that, even a small amount.
Because that is a long time to play, and it was always so early in the morning whenever we finished playing. But I do miss playing music, all that music. Yeah. It was like, I think we had learned like something like 5.5 hours worth of music. So I don't know. It's a lot of time invested with some friends playing music.
Cool.
Yep.
For me, I know this one is going to be for you too, is Nashville Soccer Club. So we've been season ticket holders for 2 years, 2 seasons basically. And so I'm going to miss it because, and I know a lot of people are like, Orlando has a team. And I'm like, we hate Orlando FC.
They are kind of
what are they called?
They're like drama babies.
Are they Orlando FC?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like them. So won't be.
I tried to give them a shot, but the last time that we
played
in
them
Nashville,
a couple weeks ago and it was awful.
They were so annoying.
Yeah. We're going to probably go to games because I will say they're annoying, but their arena, that's not the right word. Stadium, thank you, is sick. So we'll probably go and I will probably wear my gold and blue Nashville because boo Orlando FC.
I mean, maybe if Nashville's in town. Otherwise, you could just wear like a Disney World shirt or something.
Or I could wear Nashville and be like,
Nashville not even playing. That's like the person.
So anywho, gonna miss Nashville SC because it is super, super fun and we get to go a lot and I love it. So gonna miss it. We got 2 more games at the time of this podcast recording. So we're going to soak it up 2 more weeks in a row.
Yep. You want my next one?
Yes.
My next one is the disc golf scene here in Murfreesboro and Nashville. Sure. So I play a decent amount. Again, another thing that started in college because I loved golf. I used to work on a golf course in high school, and I moved here, never played before, and some friends took me, and it was free, and it's the same sport as golf. You just throw a frisbee instead of hitting a ball, but...
real golf people probably just scoffed at you. It's the same sport.
Listen, real golf people
it's the
feel
same
about
premise,
me the way
right?
I do about Gen Z. So,
oh my gosh, I'm not even going to comment on that.
Go touch grass.
Most people don't actually even understand that comment. So
touching
can you
grass?
Explain it? Yeah, I've had several people be like, "What is he talking about?"
like Gen Z, the joke is like the Gen Z kids are all like iPad babies, and so they never go outside and play. And so if you tell a Gen Zer to go touch grass,
I see.
You're telling them to get out of the house and go get some sunshine and walk on the grass.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Got it. All right.
It's less funny when you have to explain it now.
Yep. So the disc golf scene, yeah, because I don't think there's much disc golf down there where we're gonna be.
Yeah, we have to drive a decent amount. I have an app and I've looked up some stuff, but like here it's great. Like we have a lot more prevalent. 3 insanely great courses. The Disc Golf Pro Tour comes through here. It's
let's
nice.
Be honest. I get Barfield is closer in Murfreesboro. So Murfreesboro has one at Barfield Park. But like the other, Barfield's not the nicest one.
No.
And you have to drive to those too.
Yeah, so probably. Like, Crockett and Seven Oaks are like 35 minutes away. Yeah. Same
kind of deal. But I understand. For sure.
But there I could play all year long. So that's kind of cool.
Exactly. You don't have to worry about it being as cold.
Yep.
Cold.
It's hot in the summer, but
yeah, well, yeah, you probably wouldn't play during the summer, but I wouldn't anyway. For me, one of mine is the group fitness community that I've built. So most people know, if you don't, I'm a group fitness instructor, have been for about 7 years, and I have been teaching at.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, a little over 7 years.
Wow.
I started just a year and a half after we got married.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I started off, MTSU is the university here in town, and I started off teaching there for the very first time. I taught starting almost 7.5 years ago. And so I've been teaching some of the same students for like 6.5 of those years, because they started off really early on with me. And then about 3 years ago, I started working at the Y up in Smyrna, which is about 25 minutes away, and have been teaching there consistently twice a week for 3 years. So just building that community is hard to do. The gym communities are kind of hard to build sometimes. And when you're a new instructor, just like, I don't know, it can be hard to kind of break into that. So I'm really, really going to miss that. I have my last couple classes this week, and 'tis going to be emotional.
Yeah, I feel like that is one of those things similar to the music thing where you put a lot of time and investment, not only into like a thing, but also to people. Yeah. And so when you spend that much time around people, it is definitely a hard thing to leave.
Yeah. Yeah. So shout out to my regs.
Shout out to the regs. My next one is the Greenway. The Greenway's good here. Literally just went to the Greenway half an hour ago. So
yeah, that's on our to-do list for the vlog, is to take y'all out to the Greenway, because especially the one and it's sad because it really just opened up like a year or two ago. Maybe it's been longer. The one on Barfield Road.
Yep.
It's so nice. And it all connects, and it's nice. It's so nice.
Yep. It's about 14 miles, completely paved. I can ride my bike from our house to there. We're about 1.5 miles away from the entrance to it. But then once you get on it, you just go and have a good time.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's going to be sad to leave that. I think our new place is going to have something similar. I just don't.
A lot of the thing about the specific area, like within a 5-mile radius of our home, it's very new. And so I feel like there's a lot of like development coming in that area. So I think it'll just grow and change. But if you think about when we first bought this house over 7 years ago, what was around here has changed an incredible amount.
Oh, yeah.
New Salem used to be two lanes, and now it's 4 with a middle turn lane.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's crazy.
Life moves on.
So, I think really the next one is out. Well, I'll say this one first. This one's kind of broad, but like just safety for me, and like familiarity and being comfortable in my surroundings and in our house. It's not that I'm extremely excited for our new house, and I'm really emotionally attached to this one as well. And so it's very hard because I have a hard time being comfortable places. And when I get to that place, it's really hard for me to not want to be in that place, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's honestly a lot of the reasons why I love Disney World so much, is because it feels so comfortable and calming, and just like it lets me breathe when I'm there, which is kind of wild considering sometimes how busy and hectic it can be.
Well, when you think that we went to it so much while the world was shut down during
that's true.
COVID, like
that's true.
There is definitely an element of that at play.
Yeah. So I'm just going to kind of miss, like, I don't know, like sitting in my house that I'm used to, that I've been in for 7 years on my couch. And it's just going to, I don't know, it's just going to feel so weird. And it's like, it doesn't feel like our house, even though we own it and it's going to be in our name. Like, it's not ours. And but so I feel like it's weird.
This house, the more and more that we take of our stuff down and put into boxes and move the stuff,
it's just like, walls.
Yeah, it starts it starts to become, and you realize you're taking home with you.
Yeah, you said that yesterday, and that made me feel a lot better.
Yeah. Home is going with us. The house is staying here.
Yeah. Everybody get yourself a tryst because they help calm your anxiety.
That's right.
And also not try to fix you. You just let me kind of feel my feels, and I'm okay with that I'm okay.
Took a long time and a lot of therapy to figure that one out.
Pro therapy. Do you have any other ones until we get to food? Because I feel like both of us are going to have a lot for food.
Dude, this food list is ridiculous.
So you actually made a list. Yeah. I just have it in my head, but I have a feeling it's almost identical.
Oh, shit.
So
okay, all right.
You run through it. I'm curious.
I listed mine from top to bottom, and I think I actually
have them in list of like favorites?
Yeah. Oh, and I have them. I have some things on here that I intentionally picked that I don't think you would have.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, let's start off, and I might interject and we can talk on.
Okay, this is not controversial. Sabaidee.
Yeah, I mean, I said that earlier already. We love Sabaidee.
Sabaidee is
Sabaidee cafe.
If you can only stop in one place in Murfreesboro for food, and you like Thai Vietnamese food,
Laotian,
is insane. I listed my number one, which
it's very good.
Yeah, my number one meal from there.
Oh my gosh, you have your meal listed? The drunken rice with the pork belly? Yeah.
You nailed it. Yep. Such a good meal. Really like drunken noodles is a pretty common meal different places, but they do it with rice, and you can get it with pork belly.
Everything there, we've had like for the most part we've had their whole menu. I feel like a decent amount of it anyway, and everything's good there. You're gonna wait a little bit typically, so be mindful of that, especially if it's like a Friday night, like around 5, 6, 7 o'clock. But it's worth it 100% if you're gonna go somewhere in Murfreesboro. Go to Sabaidee's.
Definitely. Number 2, Luca's.
Yeah, we're eating there on Monday. So by the way, basically everything we're listing, we've either done in the last 2 weeks or we're gonna be doing in the next week. So this is kind of our what we're gonna miss, everything. And also we're doing most of it.
We're gonna try
most of it. We're gonna try to do most of it.
Yep.
So Luca's is a pizza place 2 miles down the road from us, maybe.
Yeah, not even. It's so unassuming. We're having it Monday. It's in a little outlet next to a Publix or whatever. I think they're from
New York.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
I think they are.
They don't do by the slice, but their buffalo chicken pizza is and
their
unreal.
Meatballs. They're Sicilian meatballs, not just their regular meatballs, but Sicilian. With the garlic knots.
Yep, that's what I had written.
We love food, ladies and gentlemen. And we typically like a lot of the same foods. Okay, so Luca's.
I like good food.
Love it. Next.
Domenico's.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Number
so we
3.
had Domenico's Deli. It's on the square here in Murfreesboro. We had it last weekend when my parents came to visit because my parents both like it as well. You get different things every time typically, but I am a sucker for it's an Italian beef, but it's spicy. It has a spicy, it's not really a relish. It's like these thick cut pickle vegetables that are in a spicy sauce, and it has au jus and their macaroni salad, their loaded baked potato salad. Whew.
I'm so hungry right now. I just ate dinner, and I could.
But mercy, it is good. Yeah, we had that last week.
Yeah. The number 1 for me was Italian beef. The number 2 was their French dip.
Oh, duh. Yeah, of course. Our lights went off. Or your light went off.
Uh-oh, the light batteries might be dying, Tony.
It's okay.
Yeah, our lighting director upgraded us with some new lights.
Yeah, shout out to Tony for the sick lights.
Yeah, and I may not have charged that one as long as I needed to. Whoops.
It's okay.
So
next.
Yep.
Back to food.
The next one is Jack Brown's.
Oh, And I don't think Jack Brown's is a local thing. I really don't know. We'll have to look and see if there's any in Florida.
No, I have no idea.
Because
their burgers are fantastic.
They're really good. They're a smash burger, baby. They're greasy.
They are a great smash burger.
I'll look it up.
Put another special shout out for the Parmesan garlic aioli with those sweet potato fries.
I don't think it's Parmesan garlic. It's just an aioli. Yeah, I don't think it's Parmesan garlic. It's just their aioli. Garlic aioli. Yeah. I don't know, but it is something fierce with their sweet potato fries.
It's ridiculous.
They have a very small menu, and I'm looking it up right now.
A small menu of food, but a big menu of bars.
Okay, also
their beers.
If you are in Virginia, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, you can feast your taste buds on some Jack Browns.
So kind of like southeasternly.
Yeah. So, cool. But it's really good. Yeah, Jack Browns, stellar. Also on the square here in Murfreesboro.
Yep. Super good. The next one is a little bit. It's kind of one that lives in the back of my mind.
Okay.
So we're kind of getting down the list a little ways.
Okay.
But Primrose Table.
Oh, sweet Lord, yes.
We haven't been there in a while because it's kind of pricey.
Such a good one.
But their drinks are unreal. The appetizers are great. Every time I go there, they seem to have like a different fish on the menu.
Yeah, they're a little bit more of like a seasonal menu place. Like Chris said, it's like more expensive. Like it's more like a date night, like special occasion, like type of place. You have to have a reservation, but they do these loaded potato skins. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yep. They do.
They're so good. I'm sad we won't get to eat there.
Korean barbecue thing. Is that?
I don't think so. I
thought they had a Korean barbecue.
They're a little bit more like they do. They are Korean. They're Korean stuffed potato skins.
That's what the skins are.
That's what they are.
Okay.
They are
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
yes,
I
they are.
So. Okay.
Yeah, they're a little funky, but they just do.
You just want a little funk with
just
your food.
a little funk. They do. You don't have to be a super picky eater, or you can be a kind of a picky eater there too, because they do steak really well, steak and potatoes. They do chicken really well. Like they have a little bit more like simple stuff, but they just if you're adventurous, it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're adventurous, they can totally let you go wild.
I could speak a whole podcast about Primrose. I really, really like Primrose. Yep. That was a good one.
Another unassuming kind of place there next to a rock climbing gym.
It's kind of random.
Places. It's like so nice in there, but yeah.
It's very random where it is, but it's good.
Super good. This one you're going to disagree with me on, and I came fully prepared for this.
Oh no.
Which is the Slick Pig.
Oh yeah, no, gross. I don't like Slick Pig.
You're not the biggest fan of barbecue, period.
Typically, barbecue makes me. It's not the flavor. It's like it makes me sick because of liquid smoke. Liquid smoke or real smoke. I can't do it.
So I do love their wings, and I love their pulled pork nachos. They're both so good. So good.
That's okay. You can miss it, but I won't.
Adios,
Slick Pig.
Okay, the next one I have is Donut Palace
/ Donut Country.
I left Donut Country off the list,
Chris,
because it is controversial in Murfreesboro, but I think that the cake donut is the only thing worth going to Donut Country for, and that's not even that notable.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I like Donut Palace too, don't get me wrong, but a Donut Country slaps.
It's better.
And that chocolate glazed donut is...
Donut Palace, better in every way.
All right,
Donut Palace
we've had it a couple times in the last month, so it's acceptable.
The call out on the Donut Palace, if you ever go there, is... for all the people, it is the ham and cheese croissant.
It is delicious, but it's just funny. Like go to Donut Country or don't go to Donut Palace and get the ham and cheese croissant.
Okay,
but you're right. Like, do you even like their donuts, or would you go to donut?
Yes,
like,
I love how fluffy their donuts are.
Okay, I mean their donuts are good.
That's the negative.
I ain't mad at you.
For me, I like the cake donuts, but I love the fluffiness.
It's really funny.
Donut Palace. Yeah.
All right, what's next?
The next one. Okay, so you have to drive to Nashville for this one.
Okay.
You want to take a guess?
I wondered which one it was going to be. There's two in mind. It's either Otaku Ramen or Nada.
Ooh, I left Nada off the list.
Okay.
But Otaku Ramen was the one, and Tennessee Tonkatsu Ramen is the
very good.
That's the play. You go up there, you get the gyoza and the Tennessee tonkatsu ramen, and you're just set.
And you're good to go.
They also
there goes my light.
There goes the other light. They also have a whiskey bar.
Yeah.
As well there,
yeah.
And so they have some pretty good cocktails. So that's totally worth
Nada is a Mexican kind of fusion-y place. It's not like your typical Mexican place. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit more of like a fancy Mexican place, and it's over near Vanderbilt University. It's very good. Yep.
Can you imagine pulling this podcast up, like sitting at your work mid-morning or whatever, and it's just like an hour until you can eat, and then we just start
sit here talking about all this delicious food. Golly.
The last place is, you're gonna disagree with this, and it's on the bottom of my list, and it only made the list because of nostalgia.
Okay.
And that is the Boro Bar and Grill.
Oh yeah, I don't like
next
that
to
place.
campus.
I understand your reasoning.
It's got like
it has college.
Yes,
men's.
when I was in college, they would do like all of their pizzas and appetizers were half price.
They don't
on
do
Mondays.
That anymore.
They don't do it anymore. But like you could go in as a college student for like $5.50 and split a giant like 16-inch pizza with another. That's
great for a college kid.
Fantastic stuff there. Like I think one of the first World Cup games that I ever watched in public with other people was there as well.
See, that's
so
fun.
like
that's
fun.
I get it.
The atmosphere and the memories are better than the sum of the food that is there now.
I get it. I get it. One other place that you haven't mentioned yet is
that's all of my list.
Oh, okay. Is Joanie's, where we walk.
Yeah.
It's a coffee shop that's about a little over a mile from our current house here, and we walk there on Mondays. Typically, we've just really started this in the last like 2 or 3 months, but we walk there and get coffee. And I don't know, it's a local spot. There's 2 locations here, one on the square, one over off St. Andrews, and it's good. They have good coffee, good. I don't honestly love their food, but their coffee's good.
Oh, their
lattes are good.
Sourdough toast was fire.
Yeah, it's good. It's just not my favorite. They got good avocado toast though.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think if there's any other places. I do like Burl Bowls, the smoothie acai bowl place on the square, the farmer's market. We're gonna go there one more time, maybe even 2. No, just once. I think next weekend.
What about? Now, this is a really special place off of Church Street. We have 2 of them in Murfreesboro, and it's just a great brunch spot called Cracker Barrel.
Oh my gosh. I was like really struggling. I'm like, Church Street? Why? We don't go to anywhere on Church Street.
We really don't.
No good food over there. Point taken. Cracker Barrel. I mean, don't hate on the barrel, but
it's not offensive, but it ain't great.
It's not much, but it's honest work.
Nice. Really nice.
Cool. Anything else food wise?
That was my list of food. I know there's some other ones. We have been missing Empanada Sonata.
Stop.
Long before this podcast was over. Yeah. Oh, Oriental Express.
Yeah.
Rip all of the restaurants.
Those are things we won't miss because they're not here anymore.
Yeah, for real. And you'll never know them either.
No,
we're just
because
listing
they're never going to come
random
back.
names here.
Yeah. So what are we, not to get on the negative side of things, but why did we decide to move? Like, we've just listed all the things that we love about Murfreesboro. Somebody could probably be like, so why are you moving then?
I'm glad we had the same thought because I made a not gonna miss list.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Like, what are we not gonna miss about Middle Tennessee?
Interstate 24.
Oh, yeah. But a lot of people would say I-5 down there, I-4.
4.
Is gonna, but we can go around that a little bit more, I feel like, than you can 24 here. You can't avoid it. If you're going to Nashville, you can't avoid it.
No, you can take Murfreesboro Road.
And then you're going to take 47 years to get there.
Might as well get on your bicycle and ride it up there.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I-24 is a parking lot, and it's from Satan's Lair, and I hate it.
Dope.
You heard it here first.
That was at the top of my list.
I have a feeling most everybody would agree with that who lives here. So the weather, especially from November through March.
It's true.
It's
Today,
gray and depressing.
It's been gray for about a week already.
We get a little bit of sunshine, maybe once a week, and then it's gray.
Yep.
And it changes from, like, this weekend, the high is like mid 50s, but it was in the high 70s all week, low 80s. and gray, and it's going to be cold and nasty and gray all weekend. So I hate it. I hate the gray weather. I don't mind occasional cold weather. I really don't. But like the grayness is depressing.
The next one is ever since they have converted our street all the way to the end.
Oh, Lord,
the loud cars on our street, I am not going to miss it because people turn at the road down here and then just fly.
Our road kind of connects to two, not really main roads, but roads that are used a lot. And our road is very wide. And people, it's a racetrack.
Yeah, people like to bypass the light when it gets congested.
Get really irritated.
Yeah.
So that's a really good one. Yeah, I would agree with that. I will not miss that.
I made up for the Home Depot one then.
I will not miss that at all.
The next one for me is pine trees and hawks.
Well, the hawks part is probably not going to go away, but the pine trees will.
I just feel like we don't have that many places for a hawk to hide. You know, so it's
hiding hawks.
Here we have a ton of trees, so
that's true.
I don't necessarily.
I will not miss the lawn maintenance here and the maintenance of the landscaping and such.
Needles. Yeah,
I agree. Our yard and situation down there is a lot less, so. I would agree with that one.
That's everything on my list.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think the weird. I don't know if it's weird, but the thing about our move that is like, it's not that I hate our life here. I don't hate our house. I don't hate everything that we have built. There's things I don't like about it, for sure. There's things that are challenging about it. There's things that I wish were different about it. And we're still making the decision to move because we are wanting to try something different, something new, just go a little bit outside of our comfort zone and go somewhere that we really never thought we would necessarily move as far as we are away from our family. We have the desire to build this, and to do that, we want to be closer to not just Disney, Universal, to the ports. We're close to Port Canaveral and the port out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Like, the opportunities for us to get into content and travel is so much bigger down there.
Yeah.
Not to mention talking about like the weather change for us. Like, it really does affect our moods. Mine really bad. So I'm excited to have that change. And again, you know, I used to think like things like this were a forever decision, and they don't have to be. If we end up get down there and a couple of years we're like, you know, this isn't what we thought it would be, we can always go somewhere else. But also we could absolutely adore it and never come back. There is that possibility.
Yeah, it's true. Travel, I feel like, has been such a big deal for us since the first day that we got married, that like, I don't think it's a thing that we would ever want to give up. And then like also just living in a place that a lot of people use their travel to go to is such a cool thing, you know, just to kind of like use your everyday life to be a little bit more of an expert on that kind of thing. And then also like be able to branch off and do some stuff. I'm getting super excited about, is it Brightline? Is the new train company.
I think so,
So YouTube has been
Orlando,
really weird for me.
Miami.
Yeah, lately, where like they've started to
advertise.
Recommend, well, no, not just for them, but like luxury train lines in
that's kind of
the United States and out throughout Canada and like all that kind of stuff. So
it's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing I'd like to check out.
Yeah. And I think we've said this before, but we spent so much time and money traveling to Florida that it was just kind of like, this could become our everyday, and then we could have more availability to do different things and go to different places. So that is going to be the future of things for us, big time.
Yep.
So those are some of the things that we know we're going to miss about Murfreesboro. We wanted, like, hopefully, if you ever come to Murfreesboro or if you live here now and you haven't thought about some of those places, you can go check them out. I'll try to put, if I can remember, a list of some of the places that I may not link them all, but so you can see the list in the show notes and the description and everything. But yeah, I mean, it's been such a good place for us the last 10 years, growing in our marriage here and growing and building our life here. And we're just going to continue to do it now in a different place. So it'll be fun.
Yep.
I love how you're always just like, yep, I ain't got nothing to add, but yep. So we kind of alluded to this, but basically all those things that we've kind of listed that we're going to miss, we're basically either have been or are going to within the next week before we are gone, are going to visit some of those places, going to do some of those things and really enjoy our last bit of time here. So encourage you, if you are moving, to do kind of the same thing. Enjoy where you're at and enjoy where you're going. It's going to be fun.
Cool. Yeah. So that brings us to what we make as the last section of the show.
Yeah, that's going to be hard this week, but I'm ready for it.
Yep. So what are you going to do to unwind this week?
How am I unwinding this week when we are moving this week? And it's going to be a busy as poop week. We've been talking about this the last couple times, but we do have like some of the things we just listed, hanging out with other, friends, doing those things. Obviously, we're still doing that. We have several other meals that we're going to be doing with people, hanging out. I got my last set of group fitness classes, doing all that. But one thing that I am also going to do this week is take some time to write some memories down and some feelings around this house in the last 10 years. I like writing. I've always been big on that. Just take some time to be really intentional about thinking through everything and writing it down and allowing myself to get a little emotional, because I've been kind of just so go. Like, I feel like I haven't allowed myself to feel anything.
Sure.
So, gonna try to muster up allow myself to cry a little.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I am going to watch a lot of soccer this week, right?
Got 3 games.
Yeah, so
I mean, living at Geodis.
Well, yeah, so it's Saturday? I have Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there 3 different times this week for 2 for Nashville games, and then one of them, the United States is playing against Ghana, and I'm going to go. It's weird. I'm not that big of a sports person. Like, I joked about it at the beginning of the podcast of like fantasy football or whatever, but like
we watch soccer.
We do that, and then I'm going to go watch the Oregon football game as well with my buddy Will. So
I won't be doing that.
Yeah, just enjoying company of friends while we can. Cool. Hanging around.
Cool. Well, next time, y'all, we will officially be moved, but you'll still be seeing this. But if you're listening, you're hearing the same thing, so it won't really matter. But we will catch y'all next time in Florida. We will be talking about our Hollywood studios and Epcot as the next 2 podcasts, our best vacation days there. So,
yippee.
Yeah, good times.
All right. Well, until next time, my name is Chris.
And I am Alex.
And this is the Unwinding Podcast.
Bye, everybody.